Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Altcoin Mentors YouTube channel. My name is Peter, and today my topic is why the trend is your friend. We all hear that, whether you're a seasoned trader of over 20 years like I am, or if you're beginning, everyone knows that phrase, right? The trend is your friend. But sometimes people don't know why. So today I'm going to talk about why I am a trend trader, but each trend is different, because what I mean by that is that every time frame has a different trend. The key for me is to find time frame alignment where long term, medium term, short term, and intraday, if they all are signaling one way, then I feel like I have a very, very good chance of making money. Almost a great chance of making money. But on an average day, if you tend to follow the trend, if your trend is to follow the trend and becomes habit, then over time, you'll make money, in my opinion, in a very, very consistent way. That's why for me, the trend is definitely my friend. So let's talk about this. So here at Altcoin Mentors, we use a proprietary trend wave indicator. So for us on January 16th, the trend changed to a negative. So let's look at that. So let's draw a line here. Right here. So we just draw a line at the bottom. Right here. Change the color to orange. So let's look at this. So ever since we had our trend change confirmation, right, how many days has the price been below the close of that day, that line? Right? It's been pretty much almost every single day. So here, for a little bit of time, there was a trend change to neutral, but now it's back. So I'll show you what I mean. So our long-term trend has been negative, negative, negative. We had one short day where it was a little bit neutral, and the rest of the days have been negative, negative, negative. And it bears that out just by looking at the charts. So let's look at this. So our medium-term trend, our medium term is for swing traders. So for most of the time, it has been up recently, neutral, and short. So by looking at the trend, just by looking at our trend indicator, what I really can see is where can you make money holding a position. So that means that if you had bought it and you were swing trading on the 14th or the 15th, and if you held it to the 21st or 22nd, even maybe up to the 23rd, you could have made money on a nice little swing. So let's take a look at that. So this is our swing trade chart. So we had our medium trend change right on the 14th. There was a long signal. So if you had gotten in almost at any period of point in time in these days, right, you could have made some money. You could have made money for a long period of time, for a nice number of days. So recently it changed to a sell short, and it changed back to a neutral. So it's not perfect, but historically it's been pretty accurate. So let's talk about that. Let's zoom out a little bit. So that's how long I have to zoom out to show you where our trend changed. So our trend changed on January 10th, and then it changed here on February 14th. So over a month. So over a month of just going short, 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 and short. And that's where all the money was to be made, going short, short, short. The reason why the trend is your friend is that when you trade with the trend and you are right, you have a better chance of making more money than going against the trend and being right. So you could actually make a trade against the trend, but if you're right, the amount of money that you can make will be a lot smaller than if you're actually with the trend. And when you trade with the trend and you're wrong, the amount of money that you lose will be less than if you go against the trend. Because if you go against the trend and you're wrong, you have a possibility now of having a big loser. So that is one of the things I try to avoid. Because big losers, big losing trades, big losing days, that only has an effect on your account, but also on a psychological way as well. So because of that, by avoiding the big loser, by having big winners, small losers, or even break-evens, Those are the better outcomes. By avoiding the big losers, by trading with the trend, you have a better chance of being successful in the long run, not just for your account size, but also mentally as well. So let's look at our short term. So I'll show you the picture once again. So on our short term means that, one day, not inside the day, that's IT, intraday. So short-term trades are basically trades that you make like once a day, right? Maybe twice a day, but usually just once a day. So that means that at any one of these days, starting from the 14th to the 20th, if you took a long position, you probably would have made some money. And from the 21st to the 25th, if you just went short, you probably would have made some money. So things change over time. So what I like to see here is you can also see the transitions. Usually what happens is that the intraday changes first, then the short term changes, and then the medium term changes. So you can see the color variation. So it goes from orange, orange, a little bit of blip. It goes orange, orange, and then once this turns orange, then this might turn orange. This has always stayed orange. And then it can change again. So once this turns green, then it can flip, turns neutral. So there is a ebb and flow to the trends as well. So let's look at this on a short-term basis on our recent ones. So let's look from the 21st to recently. So from the 21st, we had a short-term wave change down. So you can go, all you do is just go short, 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 and short. Because if you go long, the waves, look at it, from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, 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 the waves are just bigger on a downtrend. So you could have made money here, here, and here, but you would have lost money here, 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 maybe here, over here, and over here. So the success rate is better when you usually go with the trend. And then when the trend changed to a buy recently, which was here, you make money to the upside, and then now it's in a neutral zone here. Maybe recently, since I've been talking, it's been gone up a little bit, so maybe the trend will change back to a positive, but for now it's still a neutral. And this is how you make money, because you just follow the trend. By following the trend and not going against it, it's easier to make money. Because let's say you wanted to go take a short, and you say you go from short here to here. This candle is the only candle that you can make money. If you don't get out here, then where are you going to get out? Are you going to get out here and then break even? Could you have gotten out here? Could you have gotten out here? So you have a very limited amount of time to make money if you go against the trend. And that's very important. So that's why for me, I haven't been trading that much today because the trend has been neutral. But now let's look at our intraday. So intraday is a little bit different. So on an intraday basis, what it means is that where can you make money inside of the day? Which means that you might make 3 or 4 trades on a intraday basis, right? Generally, I make 2 to 3. And so by following the intraday trend, I generally just make money. So that means that on a green day, on February 14th, for example, if you looked at the chart, probably made 2 or 3 trades to the upside. Another 2 or 3 trades to the upside. Made all my money on the downside, upside, upside. Sometimes you don't have to even look at the charts to understand what the chart is going to look like. So, because where can you make your money? That means that, could you make money going against it? Yes. But the majority of your money is going to be made going with the trend. So let's look at it. So we'll pick a day. We'll just pick the 14th since that was the first day. So let's go back in time. All right, we'll go in a short-term basis. All right, so we'll go back, way back, way back. Okay, so here we go. So now we have the 14th. Right here. So that means that our long signal came in, all we're doing is taking longs. Even if we get out, we go long. So even if we get out because of color change, if we get back in, we have a better chance of making money. Or if you ride the wave, you have a very good chance of making money. And that's really the key over here. So this was my entry point over here on the 14th, actually. and you just rode the wave. I think I got it out around here, and then on the next day, because it was still positive, got back in over here and rode the wave back up. And that's the key. So on almost any day, you can kind of figure out what day it is just by looking at the trend. So once you find the trend, and if you follow it, even if you're wrong, you can still probably make a little bit of money by just going on a unidirectional way inside of your time frame. So that's why as a intraday trader or as a day trader or as a swing trader, everyone will have different views about the trend. So that's why you have to always qualify it. So say, oh, what is the trend for Bitcoin? So the price of Bitcoin was almost at 20,000. Right now it's around 10,000. So it's halfway. So it's pretty much neutral. It could be probably short-sided basis recently to neutral. But then if you look at it over a couple of month period, where is the price of Bitcoin related to where it was a couple of months ago? And you could say, oh, on a midterm level, right, it's been probably up to a little bit about neutral. And then on an intraday basis, on a daily basis, where is the trend? So depending on what kind of trader that you are, each time frame has a different trend. And once you understand what that trend is, you'll be more successful by following that trend. Hope you like this video. Hope this helps. May the trend be your friend.